A great event taking place tonight, presented by the Vail Symposium, and I've got Claire Noble to give us more information about that one and then another upcoming one. Claire, thank you so much for meeting us here this morning.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, January's been a busy month for us. We usually do about a program a week, and we have 8 events in January.
Wow.
And they've been all over the place. You know, we had geopolitics, we had hot topics. Well, now we're turning our attention to the environment. So this evening we are screening the movie The Human Element. And the people behind this are pretty well known in environmental circles as well as documentary circles. Olivia Onneman will be coming with the film this evening. She is the producer of this film. She was the co-producer of The Cove, which won an Academy Award in 2009 for Best Documentary. And that was this documentary about the dolphin kills in Japan. And so the photographer coming with this is James Baylog. And he did one of the most extensive photography surveys of glacial ice. And that was then made into the movie Chasing Ice. So this film is going to focus on the elements like earth, fire, water, and then the human element in that. And it's really going to tell the story of people who are at the front line of climate change. You know, people, for instance, Tangier Island. It's in the Chesapeake Bay. It's disappearing because the ocean sea levels are rising and it's destroying the peat and the beaches around the island. And the people living there, I mean, it's interesting to watch the documentary. They have a totally different accent because for years they were fairly isolated from the rest of the United States, but their whole way of life is getting ready to disappear.
Which is insane. And this event is taking place tonight at Battle Mountain, and it is free of cost that you guys are just asking for donations.
Yeah, we're asking for donations. We're also asking for RSVPs, so we know how many people are coming tonight. But it is free, and it's at Battle Mountain, which is mid-valley, easy to get to, lots of parking, and it's a beautiful facility, which is why we're so pleased that they generously offered that to us tonight, and we're able to offer this for free. But you can go to vailsymposium.org to RSVP and just let us know. But if you decide at the last minute, that's fine. Come on down too.
And there's going to be a Q&A at the end of the movie that people can participate in, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because Olivia and James are there to introduce the film, but also answer questions afterwards. So if you have some questions about the making of the film, but you know, observations that maybe didn't make it into the documentary, they'll be on hand to answer those questions. And it's so rare that you get to go to a movie and then talk to the people who made the movie.
Which, I mean, in itself is such a large treat. And then you guys have another event coming up on Thursday. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Right, so that's part of our Unlimited Adventure series that we do in conjunction with the Vail Library. They help underwrite these series. And we're bringing in Maureen back. She's an adaptive climber, so she was born without her left hand. Wow. And so she, you know, climbs all around the world incredibly without a hand. So we're going to find out about climbing, about developing this whole community of the adaptive climbers from Maureen. And you know, she's an award-winning climber as well. And one of the other great things about this is Maureen has agreed to go into some of the schools. So we're also taking her to schools during the day, and then we have the event that evening. And that event is going to be over at the Vail Chapel.
I mean, so a great event, another great event, the Vail Symposium. If you've never been to one of their events, make sure that you definitely check it out and go to their website for more information. But you guys do so many incredible things. This one is a $10 before the event at midnight, right?
Right. Right. And the other thing I wanted to mention about the human element is we're doing that in conjunction with the Walking Mountain Science Center. And it's one of the great things about our community is that so many nonprofits work with one another. It's very synergistic. And we're just so grateful that we can partner with so many great nonprofits in this valley.
I mean, I'm so grateful that you come in, because every time you come in, I feel like I learn just so much hearing about these events. Claire, thank you so much for coming in again this morning. Make sure that you go to vailsymposium.org to get some more information about upcoming events, but also RSVP for tonight's event and then buy your tickets for Thursday's event, both of which I'm sure are going to be incredible. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at that full weather forecast, so stay tuned.